my country people, I know say many of you don't see this video between Minister for FCT and the military officer. Some people say this one not professional or this or that and all. I don't know what you think about the incident will happen, but as for me, you see the military officer in this video, he must be protected at all costs. Yes, because he is our gallant officer and he's a man of integrity. We must protect the dignity of our armed forces. In fact, Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Wike and even Chief of Naval Staff, yes, Vice Admiral Idi Abbas, we beg you, sirs, you must protect this our dear officer. Nothing must be had to happen to him. He must be given all the support as a gallant officer because he stood professional even in the face of unprecedented provocation. Yes, he is a man of integrity. It does not matter whatever was the cause of the altercation, whether they carry out legal or illegal order. The Minister for FCT has no right to address a military officer in that kind of reckless and derogatory manner. No, we reject it. No, Honorable Minister. Because when you build a system of impunity and recklessness, this is the result. When madness jam impunity, now the thing we will go see so clash of the titans. Shena only minister for FCT the TR0UBLE cabinet. Is minister for FCT the only minister in TR0UBLE's cabinet? Where be say since they make one person minister, the full country cannot drink water and drop cup. It is like saying now one emperor. In fact, Abuja never see minister before. Even independence, you go see billboard congratulating Minister for FCT on independence of country. It be like Nigeria get two presidents, one president for Nigeria and one president of FCT. Convoy in a power by go day the front. Everything you gotta, yeah, you gotta, no, you gotta, you are a fool. No, Honorable Minister, no, you cannot address our military officers like that. These are the people where they fight war, protecting our national interest and territorial integrity. You cannot address him like that. Whether you agree, say the other way carry out there is legal or illegal, you cannot resort to self-help or political banditry. There is a channel where you fit carry out his report. You can write a petition to his superior or you can go to court. Shebi will not like court. Now go always tell us to go to court. Now they take care of judiciary. You can go to court. You should not resort to motopark politics. No, you cannot be telling the military officer say he's not a fool and he's not a fool. You cannot tell him to shut up. If you have any grievance with what he's doing there, take it up with his superior. Every leader must be able to show character and restraint even in the face of provocation. You cannot resort to this kind of gutter language. No. Since when they make one person minister, issues of land for Abuja don't turn on another thing. Now this, now that. When they say they allocate land to children, they say, and so, and you can, I say you can, when I was in school, but no, Honorable Minister, no. Now so they think they pain. The same way they think they pain on so, as they pain them, the way they say the thing where we do was the time when they bring up Biakpo results for 2023 election. Now so Nigerians feel this impunity is big enough to go round. The way they think they go, you go touch everybody, one person at a time. Because we have decided to build a system of impunity and rascality. We must make better of our lives. Look at the show of shame. Security agents where they attached to minister, struggling and pushing with military persons, and most of them were armed. What if anything be happen? A shame of a nation. Shame on you, Nigerian leaders. Ori buruku leshe. So no matter the provocation, leaders in a country, public office holders cannot show decorum, cannot show character, cannot show composure. In fact, military officer is even showing more restraint and professionalism in the face of provocation. Because the way where they think they go, now slap being remain to land for one person eye. But it could good if to send a civilian do them. By now DSS or don't land them. You know, even they see well, or they go tear gas you, they carry you go throw for slaughter. They will charge you for treason. They will charge you for this. Power past power, but nothing past God. Make una see them now. Resolve this one. We take God beg you, our military officers, you must pamper them, you must pet them. They have dignity. That uniform carries a lot of pride. You cannot insult men of our armed forces. If you disagree with whatever they are doing, that they protect house of former chief of naval staff or whatever, there is a channel to register your grievances. Learn to follow due process. Honorable Minister, follow due process. You cannot be constituted authority. You cannot be the rule of law. Follow laws and procedures. That is the way a country should go, not to turn an entire country to behave like a zoo. Even zoo, animals go in a certain manner. This one is a lawless zoo. We cannot continue like this. Nigeria, we must build a system that they respect law and order and not allow recklessness in public office. May God help Nigeria. I thank God, Beguna, Nigerian Armed Forces, protect our dear military officer because he can even become Chief of Defense Staff. He spoke on behalf of all well-meaning Nigerians. He said he's not a fool and he's not a fool. They say make he shut up. He said no go shut up. If all Nigerians fit get the courage to speak truth to military public office holders when they know say the thing where they do they wrong, they will have a second thought. Now because everybody they do like zombie, now make una they think say una be God. You are not God. Follow due process. My name is Peter for our armed forces. Yeah.
People, what a dramatic basketballs today between Wike and an officer. It was really something else. People didn't expect it. Today said that Wike started calling this guy a fool. Wait a minute. I have a question to ask Wike. Because you think that you are a politician, you cannot accord respect to your fellow human beings simply because you're a politician. For crying out loud, why are you always too quick to cause a soldier, a trained soldier, who is meant to protect us, someone that is meant to protect you? For crying out loud, you get loco. See, this soldier now, very reasonable and intelligent, brilliant soldier. If it's the other way around, they feel very shoot you by. Yes, they don't care. Some soldiers, their eye no clear, cha-cha. But you see this one, what you meet today, is a very brilliant and intelligent guy. And I saw what Joey Weke is saying, that he is not fit. He doesn't have respect, that he's not fit to put on the uniform, that the uniform should be removed immediately. I look at Joey Weke. Joey Weke, are you okay? Look at who is talking. When people are talking, somebody like Joey Weke will come out to come and talk. Will you shut up your dirty mouth over there? This is the kind of people we should be calling soldiers, not Achikote Ekwono that we have in Nigerian military. If it happens that this is how Nigerian military, how Nigerian soldiers behave, automatically, people will be quick to join now. Stand kidding them on the ground, challenge this so-called politician. Who the heck? Who are they? Oh, shut it down, ni. Ogene nafio. Keriho kilo de. Honestly, kudos to this guy. We can say, you are a fool. Say, I am not a fool. I am only acting based on orders. We came to now told his security, arrest them. So they say everything was acquired the right way. He took. We can get, in fact, he meet person way big pass him today. Very young guy. Honestly, I'm in love with this guy, man. The way he responded to Wike, in Wike's next, in fact, in his entire career again as a politician, if you see this guy, you go to hide. Because you don't know, say, this guy don't send. You know, they look face. But see the young guy now. See the young guy. Sure. Yes, we're going to sleep well tonight, too. In fact, Nigerians, we need to protect this guy. It's very important. We must protect this guy, yo. Like I said, they talk him now, so I know why they talk him. I don't know if many of you see the video why I posted earlier on concerning the fracas that happened between Wike and this particular soldier. So we need to ensure that this soldier is highly protected. Now, somebody like Joey Weke is now saying that this guy his uniform should be removed. It is obvious that the so-called Nigerian politicians they only want them to be respected. They don't accord respect to anybody, but they want others to respect them. But they say respect is reciprocal. Wike, you are too quick to call this guy a full-grown man putting on Nigerian army uniform. You don't even have respect to that particular uniform. Are you want to be an FCT minister? Automatically, you are not want to be it. That means you don't respect yourself. Because if I told you I can't respect yourself, you would have accorded that same respect to somebody that is putting on a military uniform in your country as a politician. You should have. That means the people that are even following you, they don't even respect them. You don't respect the uniform. Wike, you don't get respect for the uniform. We're not talking about the personality. We're not talking about the guy but that uniform. You don't respect the uniform. You know the fear. Honestly, this guy, I love the officer. Wike, when I say, will you shut up? He says, sir, I am an officer. I have integrity. That integrity sweet me water for body. Yes, Wike. Today fracas, the class today too sweet. Nigerians see how people they jubilate for social media. People are happy. We cannot say, who told you that? Keep quiet, soldier. I won't keep quiet, sir. You can't do that. We cannot say, will you keep quiet, soldier? Honestly, I've never seen Nyesom Wike being powerless as he was today. He received voto. See the way the man was shouting. Like say you are a lion that see good when you want chop. You see me when you want chop, so? Yes, Wike. I want the so-called Nigerian politicians to know that, you see, here on earth, we are here for markets. Everything here is temporary, nothing lasts forever. Even our life don't last forever here on a talk more of positions. Next week, one day you go see leave the FCT. Stop the land grabbing for crying out loud. You are from Rivers, so why they grab land for FCT now? Shoo? You grab land, so you go to grab land with Nigerian security officials, say? Go they grab land with police, they grab land with military. Imagine as this guy talk, Nigerian police that do they shut up their mouths. Yes, we can say that Nigerian police get powerful. We are Nigerian soldiers today. For we are better soldier military, we undergo better training. It's people that say this guy na graduate. You know, say when you come be graduate, come enter military or your own in fact, your way of reasoning go do this feel like all this way free Nigerian military. So this guy they brilliant. And the way he speak, he respond to this guy, he is Nigerians. Maybe I make sure say this guy get protected. He get why they talk so. Make sure this guy is protected though. We don't want your story. Because our politicians they too corrupt. Bandit terrorist politicians. Now we get for Nigeria. It choke. What you not got to talk? Drop off for comment section.
They don't finish here some week for Abuja. Soldiers no grief for Wike this time. They don't finish here some week.
Nobody does that.
We did not carry anybody.
The man took the Arab, we will not allow because he was chief of NAVAL, and then he used to carry land.
Sir, everything was acquired legally.
Will you stop that? Will you stop that?
I'm an officer, I have integrity.
Shut up, your man, good officer.
Not shut up.
Will you get out?
When we small while growing up, you get song where we dey sing. Onyubiya lulu nyalacha, Onyubiya lulu nyalacha, Today, Ube Wike lugo finally. When I told you people, I have always been telling you on this channel that the political rascality you support today will catch up with you someday. The way he talks to people in this country, like say na im papa, na im get Nigeria, like say na im papa, na im be government. Today, Nyesom Wike met his match. Make una watch the video and I will explain, give una what actually happened in this very video. Armed station soldiers did not allow them to gain access to that very portion of land they wanted to get into. More I watch the video and I will explain, give honor.
Sir, let me say, I request to enlighten you. So there's no such thing as the former vice. Vice admiral is vice admiral.
It's not up. It's still up. It's not out.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Show me the document you have. You have no document.
I have documents.
Bring the document.
I have documents and everything has been submitted.
Excuse me. I'm a minister. You cannot tell me. You cannot tell me that. We cannot continue to have this impunity. Where the approval even to people. You cannot continue this way. This country cannot continue along this line. How can that man at his level, even if he has a problem, he cannot reach me and say, look, I'm sorry. See what I have. We will send soldiers to intimidate who? We are all from this country. And this is government. You cannot be higher than any government. You cannot be carrying gun to intimidate people to not to do their work. Let me tell you, if not government, you was first staff who spoke to me here. You could have killed everybody here. No problem. I'm not one of those that they can intimidate.
On the contrary,
I'm doing my job.
Sir, we are not intimidating anybody.
That's what you're doing.
The civilian, the engineer mobilized to site, and then staff or workers of SCDA look at this.
No, listen now. That is the
Threatening them. And that was when the admiral gave the order.
He cannot give order against government.
Because the papers are complete, and he said
Are
submitted
you the
them.
one? Listen, you know the police one. Are you the one that will say paper? What will show me that you are old? First of all, show me that government gave you this. Two, show me that you have an approval to build what you are building. It has nothing to do with I'm a vice admiral, I'm a lieutenant general. That is not it. We must work according to law. We must work according to law.
We forwarded everything to you. Yes,
so you?
No, can you not tell like this? Don't tell like this. Don't you tell this? Don't tell me like this. Don't tell me this. You're fine. Don't tell me I'm lying. You're fine. I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those guys. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? I am everywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm so welcome. I am a small boy, but the commission of money is very good. Just come and begin to stop this. How do I face him? How do I face him? This is not professional. This is not professional. Please, you can't be facing the middle of this thing.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Order matters. I'm an offside. Take to orders.
So what? You had a who? Damn me.
I'm an offside. Take to orders.
To that you tell you
Star General.
Okay.
You
can never develop this property. I will not allow it.
No problem, sir.
I'm
only acting on my orders.
If you want to kill everybody, kill everybody.
We will not kill
you
anybody.
Cannot.
We will not. We will not kill anybody, sir.
You put yourself in trouble.
We will not.
My friend, you see, what is that?
You cannot shut me up. You cannot shut me up. You are my junior. You cannot even talk when I'm talking. Because
I have to reach you.
What is that you with? I'll be talking and policemen will be talking.
You are taking with us. You don't have any.
I'm not to carry security to intimidate you. Because you're an officer. Nobody does that.
We did not carry anybody.
The man took the Arab, we will not allow because he was chief of naval and then you to carry land.
Sir, everything was acquired legally.
Will you stop that? Will you stop that?
I'm an officer, I have integrity.
Shut up, your mouth,
I will not shut up.
Will you get out?
Sir, I won't shut up. Sir,
I was in school, you're not in school.
Sir, you can't shut
me up. Will you keep quiet?
Let me take
food.
I'm not a fool,
You
sir.
can shoot anybody like that.
Sir, I'm not a fool. I am not a fool, sir.
As at the time I graduated, you were in primary school.
I'm acting on orders.
For which order? You see whether you love me here.
Sir, you can't call me a fool. I'm an officer. I'm not a fool, sir.
You will have killed everybody here.
No, we won't kill anybody. We won't kill anybody. We are acting on orders.
Go and develop your right to see you.
Regular officer, you won't come and
we are going to get out.
I'm not even seeing what's recording. Hello, sir.
Director press. So what actually happened in this video is this. Nyesom Wike, the Honorable Minister of FCT, with his crew members, with his PAs and other, government officials, they were to go into this very site, this portion of land. The land is owned by a former Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Zubairu Gambo. This man, according to the information that is readily available on the internet space, it is claimed that this former Chief of Naval Staff does not have the title for that land and also does not have the approval, the development approval to start construction or start building in that portion of land. And Nyesom Wike and his members wanted to gain entrance to that portion of land. Not only gaining entrance, Nyesom Wike and his team doesn't want the man to start developing that land. The team we are talking about here is the FCTA, Federal Capital Territory Authority Development Control. Now, the station soldiers were on duty, obeying the last instruction, obeying the last order. They didn't want Nyesom Wike to gain entrance to that very land. That was the reason for that altercation. And that very soldier was giving it to Nyesom Wike back to back. Say, Oga, no go shut up my mouth. Oga, no go do this one. Oga, no go do that one. More I watch the video and I will explain, give honor. So, what actually happened in this video is this. Nyesom Wike, the Honorable Minister of FCT, with his crew members, with his PAs and other, government officials, they were to go into this very site, this portion of land. The land is owned by a former Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Zubairu Gambo. This man, according to the information that is readily available on the internet space, it is claimed that this former Chief of Naval Staff does not have the title for that land and also does not have the approval, the development approval to start construction or start building in that portion of land. And Nyesom Wike and his members and his team wanted to gain entrance to that portion of land. Not only gaining entrance, Nyesom Wike and his team doesn't want the man to start developing that land. The team we are talking about here is the FCTA, Federal Capital Territory Authority Development Control. Now, the station soldiers were on duty, obeying the last instruction, obeying the last order. They didn't want Nyesom Wike to gain entrance to that very land. That was the reason for that altercation. And that very soldier was giving it to Nyesom Wike back to back. Say, Oga, no go shut up my mouth. Oga, no go do this one. Oga, no go do that one. And Nyesom Wike, being a very smart man, no say, that soldier fit beat him. He can't come out in phone, come begin to call a higher authority. And as a matter of fact, Nyesom Wike called the Chief of Defense Staff, the new Chief of Defense Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, who was appointed previously by Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he had to reshuffle the cabinet after the alleged, coup rumors and all of that. Although federal government claimed they were doing that to strengthen Nigeria's security architecture. So, as a matter of fact, a higher authority, somebody who is still in service, Chief of Defense Staff, had to, had to play the game or the politics, possibly informing the military officers to allow Nyesom Wike to gain entrance to the land, or maybe talking to the former Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Zubairu Gambo. So, that is the Nigeria we live in. When I talk to you, when I tell you about political rascality, when we talk in this channel, we are not ranting, we know what we are talking about. Before you see American soldiers in this condition, they follow private individuals, they go block road, they go block people, they go block houses and all of that. It is very rare. That is not their job. You can only see American soldiers maybe in extreme cases where the police force has failed, where other paramilitary has failed, where other security agencies has failed, and the cases has become very intense, possibly involving terrorism and extreme violence and all of that. That is when you begin to see the military. But in Nigeria, politicians will always intimidate you, using both the police, using the military, using the, waiting be the other name, even road safety now, which is terrible. When I tell you that we live in a country where rascality thrives, this is a typical example of what I am talking about. Today, unfortunately, Honorable Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, met his Waterloo, he met his match. It was not supposed to be so, in all honesty. A security agent does not have the power, the authority to stop a serving Honorable Minister of FCT in this country, Nigeria. We are not in a military regime, for crying out loud. But because Nyesom Wike has always been this type of person, where they always talk to people anyhow, we can begin to bring thousands of videos of Nyesom Wike wherein they talk to people in this fashion. Unfortunately, the military man stood his ground as somebody who is obeying the last order, doing his job diligently. As a matter of fact, Nyesom Wike cannot do anything to that very military officer. As a matter of fact, no matter the type of politics he tries to play, the military officer was simply or is simply obeying the last instruction. And this is why I have always advocated, why following the footsteps of Mr. Peter Obi, who will always talk about due process. If you must answer His Excellency, the process that brings you into power must be excellent. The other day, Peter Obi wanted to get into a portion of land in Lagos State, either his land or the land that belongs to his brother. They carry security agencies, armed security agencies, carry caterpillar. They destroy houses, they destroy buildings. They couldn't allow the man to get into his own property. That is a replica of the situation of Nyesom Wike today. If not for the singular reason that he's a serving minister, that he had to call a higher authority, chief of defense staff. Those military for tissue and pepper, those soldiers for tissue and pepper. Even though all of those things are not right, that is the rascality we are talking about on this channel. Rascality need to stop in this country, Nigeria.